Developer Student Clubs train thousands of student developers globally and work with their communities to solve real-life problems. Google selects amazing students from across the globe once a year to be a Developer Student Club lead and start a club on their campus. These leads believe knowledge is power and that technology can do extraordinary things for the world. They take on the responsibility to help students learn and empower these students to solve real problems around them. Join us in building a global community for students.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our live session today. We're seeing a lot of students joining in right now. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to get everybody on this live stream. So anyway, I'll introduce myself. My name is Shad Roy. I lead the developer student clubs in Southeast Asia region, and I work with different amazing teams and different students as well, all over the region, from Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Pakistan. And we're seeing a lot of the students joining us in this call, in this live stream right now. So of course, I'll be joined by two amazing people from our team, and they'll be joining us here as well to share more a little bit about developer student clubs and how you can have a better and strong application for this year's batch of the DSC Leads. So without further ado, let me introduce Ken and Plob on the live stream right now. I'm inviting them here. Hi, Plob.
Hi, Chad. Hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Plob. I'm working in Google Cloud, and I'm a DSC Program Manager in Thailand. Nice to meet you all.
Awesome. Thanks, Plob. Let's have Ken as well on this call.
Hi everyone, I'm Ken. I'm a Global Communities Manager for South Asia, and I'm so in charge of the DSC program in Vietnam.
All right. Thank you both today. So we will be discussing a little bit more about the application process, as well as, of course, the DSC program itself, how you can have a better application. And of course, we'll give you some tips, tricks, and samples on the entire application process. So yeah, let's jump right to it. All right. So first and foremost, welcome students all over from this region. Wherever you are, I suggest you type in on the live chat right now which university and which country you're from, and say hello to everybody on the live chat as well. Right now, we have about 50 plus students joining our call here. And of course, it's May 4th, and May the 4th be with you right now. If you're a Star Wars fan, I believe you're very familiar of this day. And we're very excited to also celebrate it with all the geeks out there. And of course, what to expect today. So we'll be discussing about program overview, the application guide, sample video, as well as nomination code for all those nominees. And later we'll have a question and answer portion where you can ask questions from us, and we will try our best to answer them as well. All right, so let's jump right to it. So first, and I want to share a little bit more about Developer Student Clubs program and what it is about. So DSC are university-based community groups for students interested in Google's developer technology. These students are from undergraduates or graduate program with interest in growing a developer community in their university. And of course, if you're joining a DSC, students grow their knowledge in a peer-to-peer learning environment and build solutions for local businesses and their community. So just recently, there was a global solutions challenge that a lot of our DSC chapters all over the world participated in, and they submitted their projects in that are impacting their own communities as well. So those are one of the things as well that DSC are getting involved on. So another benefits for DSC is first is the professional growth. really getting engaged in the community and learning how to build things and connect with people working in the community as well. And also really getting your network, getting to know new people who are in the industry right now. And also community learning. So you get to learn more from people who are, working, who are immerse themselves and really experience this different, technical and both problems that they have in the community, and then find ways how to improve those situation. Right now, we have about 860 groups in 68 countries all over the world. And in Southeast Asia alone, we have about 140 DSC leads. And that includes the countries that I mentioned earlier. And they've organized more than 1,500 events globally as well. So, um, yeah. So these are some ways that DSC are really helping in the community through connecting, learning, and growing. They use their community to build, to really share and experiences, as well as the developer technologies that they receive, resources that they receive from Google, and share it with everybody in their campus. And another thing is that while they are doing this, they are also learning. They engage themselves in connecting with other students, teaching them, sharing the learnings, and both of them are learning, and at the same time they're growing. They're growing their technical knowledge. They're growing their skills, and also really allowing themselves to engage in this community level as well. Uh, and of course, DSC, and of course, being part of DSC is through the DSC Leads. And DSC Leads are passionate leaders in their university who are dedicated to helping their peers learn and connect. So that's the main role of a DSC Lead. So they pursue various degrees. They may be from IT background, computer science, computer engineering, or any technical background as well. We also had some students from other degrees who are very passionate about technology, who are also get involved as a DSC Lead. And they have a good foundation knowledge about software development, concepts, or even just basic technical knowledge as well. So DSC Leads are selected by Google once a year, who are in their second or third year of pursuing an undergraduate university degree, and supports them as to start their own campus, and some are continuing their current DSC chapters as well, which most of you, I believe, are. Moving forward, the roles of DSC Leads are basically starting a club and really, or some of you may maintain or continue a DSC club, and then host different activities, workshops, activities, and sharing this learning space for everybody in your campus. And lastly is building project. You could create projects and really share it to all the DSC Leads, not only in your country, not only in your area, but actually around the world. So you'll have this platform as well to really get that network all around the world. And of course, DSC have different minimum criteria as well to launch. So the first is you should have at least 2 years left in your campus before you graduate. You should be an undergraduate in your university. You should commit as well in the program for the entire year, and you're passionate in creating impact in your community. You have really interest to really create, share this knowledge and this opportunities with others as well. Have a strong technical understanding of computer programming or software engineering. Have experience with organizing an activity, event, or leading a team on a project, or anything that you think are leading in your own way in the campus. And of course, finally, is like the expectation would be you organize some of this meetup activities and events and activities in your campus to really showcase some of the resources that you gain, as well as sharing the knowledge to the students as well in your campus. A lot of our DSC leads right now have organized an average about 2 events in a month, and all of them are very excited to really just learn and really engage themselves in new technology as well. Most of them are exploring Flutter, Firebase, cloud technologies as well. And again, DSC is one of the best platform to showcase their skills and talents as well in the technology phase. Of course, moving forward, this is where we will be sharing the application and how will be the process look like. So the application form, if you go to the link goo.gle/DSC Leads, you will be able to see all the roles and guidelines of being a DSC lead. And there are also things that what exactly DSC leads do there. And of course, in part of the application form, you are required to create a 1-minute video pitch about 3 different options, which Plob will be sharing a bit later on this call. And then, of course, list some of the campus highlights, community involvements, and leadership experience as well that you have. And of course, technical projects might be anything that you've done in campus, in your classes, in your degree. That would really help a lot in understanding more and getting to know you better in the application process. So first, of course, you have to visit the link in the interest form. And in the form, there are different sections that you'll be able to find. First is the personal information, very direct one. So this is just to collect relevant information about you, the information, the contact details as well. So these are information that we will be using throughout the year when we are also supporting your activities, your events. And then next is the education and involvement that you have, where this section is more about asking you your university details, your current background in your degrees, and also your leadership experience that you're taking. And of course, last is your technical knowledge and experiences, things that you've done that you immerse yourself in the campus or externally as well. So we also want to know more about that as well. So to go through each section, first is we have the personal information. I believe you guys all know how to fill this up. And then just fill in all this information. Make sure to double check as well that these are correct fields to make sure that your email address, your first name and last name are all correct. Next is university details. Most of the information listed here are quite important, and getting what degree you're having, and also your university, what page specific university you're from or campus. So I just want to highlight as well that maybe some of you have multiple campus. So if your university is, it's an umbrella group with multiple university campus, you can actually also just be more specific about your campus and write it on the field on the second list right here if you cannot find your university name above. So you should type in the exact campus name, and then as well as the campus homepage, because I noticed some of the universities, they have a specific campus webpage as well. So just make sure that you have to be exact in that part as well. And then the country and the city of where your campus is. Next is the education details, where you will be where you will see mostly the information about your current education background, your current degree, and expected graduate date, as well as the date and time of, just it could be an estimate of when you plan to graduate, and as well as the university calendar when your university starts. So some university starts in August, some starts on June, some starts even in late September or October. So you can let us know ahead of your timeline so we can also understand what's the best time for us to push some of the activities in your campus as well. So this will be part of our conversation throughout, and I know this can be an awesome journey for you, especially if you are really looking forward to be the DSC lead in your campus. Next is community involvement. This is one of the most important fields here. And in this portion, we usually ask you if you had some DSC experience, if you've got involved in DSC events and activities, and what are the things that you've done to accomplish, or what are the contributions that you've involved yourself in. For example, I've added here in the yes part, where if you have associated in any of the Google community programs, I said here that I joined several GDG events, and I volunteered to be one of the assistants and volunteer for one of the GDG or tech events in my city. I help on the registration. I help on organizing this. So this can be like, you can share a little bit more about this. If it's not an external event, you can also share a little bit more about, general activities that you've involved in, that yourself help the community outside your campus or in campus as well. So it could be like an experience helping a non-government association or non-profit organization, as a volunteer. You help them organize their your systems and things that you've involved in. So you share here more about what it's like, and the more you share your experience, the more we can see and understand how this lead would fit you best. And of course, we love stories. We love to hear more about the accomplishments that you've done in your community experience as well. Next is record a video. Recording a video is quite important, but as you can see, the field is actually not required. The main reason for that is that we let you decide what approach you want to put in here, but also we don't want to really push you if this is something that you're shy about, or this is more of your religious concern. So this is another thing that we also respect. But one of the things are videos I highly encourage. That means we want you to create a video because of this gives you more points to pitch about yourself. And video usually showcase everything from your leadership, communication, your community approach, and your technical knowledge. So we can listen to you directly through a 1-minute video, and really explain more about what you plan to this. There's a little bit twist about this year's video submission, because last year the question was like, why do you want to become a DSC lead? Rather than this year, we gave you some 3 options that will be explained later by Plob, and he will be sharing more on how you can create the video. We also prepared some sample videos for you that you can learn from, and I think you will love some of this idea as well. And of course, moving forward, just going back quickly to share with you, there are actually a lot of DSC application video now available publicly on YouTube. So that just a tip for you if you're looking for something to inspire you, or some format that you want to get into. So go ahead, search YouTube. There are a lot of videos that might help you as well on creating your 1-minute video. And I actually asked several DSC leads on when they're creating this. Mostly they spend about less than an hour, 30 to 1 hour to create the 1-minute video, which is like I kind of laugh about it, because it's a 1-minute video, and they spend a lot of time on really thinking about what to say. But again, that will depends on you. And the 1-minute video is you showcase the best of you as well. So we'll let you decide on that part. Next part is getting your public profiles, or these are your LinkedIn, your GitHub page profile, or if you have some projects done like a mobile app or a web app, you can also share a link about that. and also we added like a quick lab profile link where if you're interested to also explore and getting more learning how to on different Google Cloud projects, or identifying quick labs what do you call this? This is Quick Labs project. So you can also you can involve yourself. You have a link right there. You can register and start doing quests in Quick Labs, and you can share your Quick Lab profile link on this portion. And that's an option as well for you guys if you want to take a little bit of a step ahead and really getting yourself familiarized with different Google technology, Google tech stacks that are available on Quick Labs. So yeah, that's something that you can also explore in. And of course, the additional information. So this is most likely on the last part of the form already. And here you will see we ask a little bit more about documents or some blog posts or some links about the projects that you've done, or some things that you can really promote, that you are really passionate about, things that you've achieved, things that you've accomplished online. You can share it as well on this section. Usually, I notice some folks as well sharing a link on a blog post on how they created their first website on Firebase. They usually share on creating their first Android app. So they created a blog post on the process of how they did it. And these are some things that we love to read. We love to also review it. And we also give, if you're using Medium, we give you 50 claps over it. So yeah, so these are some things that you can also add in to your to your document, to your application, I mean. So of course, moving on, there are also other things that we ask here, like school projects, extracurricular projects that you've done, or activities. So you can also highlight it in this section on the open field right there. So talk about your notable projects, your notable involvements on this project, and how you believe that it solves several problems or impact that you think have supported people, or help people. Or it could be any projects that you believe that have contributed in understanding and really developing your skills personally. So this is the best place that you can talk about it, and just write as many lines of words, paragraph about it, about the project that you've done. But if you're a little bit more, if you don't have really something to showcase here, you can talk about some university projects that you've done recently. It could be recent, projects that you and your friends have talked about, and how you plan to do it as well. So yeah, and of course, there's a question about how did you learn about DSC. Just fill that up. It's there are very few answers for it. We want also to know, like, where do you heard about DSC. And of course, finally, is do and make sure to confirm all your answers. Yeah, just do a quick double check. Like a run through on every field that you have. Do a quick check, and then also, before you submit, just make sure that everything is correct, and you submit it only once. Because if you want to resubmit, that means you need to enter a different email address. You need to enter a different email address, and you need to make sure it's a unique email compared to the other one. The main reason for this is that the backend system that handles all the application only allows one email per applicant, and that's the usual case. And also, to give you heads up, the deadline is on May 15th, so you still have a lot of time to work on your application. And of course, the selection announcement usually happens at the end of June and July, around this time. So this mostly around July will be the announcement time. And of course, we take time as well to gather different applicants all over the world, and and seeing a lot of this amazing students really getting involved and launching their own developer student clubs as well. So yeah. And we're very, very excited from from you guys as well, how you want to share your DSC and also get involved in the DSC on this point onwards. And of course, I'll pass it on to Plob to talk more about sample application videos. Plob.
Okay, thank you, Chad. So move on to the video part that I saw a lot of people sometimes don't include it in, but like Chad said, we highly recommend that. So it's a small place, that small video that you get to express your idea and past experience, and we want to get to know you more. So so it can be just a simple 1 minute, like Chad said, that you can take maybe like less than 5 minutes to do it, or up to an hour. So you can shoot a video of yourself, and no need for high quality of production. You can shoot it on in your bedroom. That's fine too. So what we are looking for is for you to express your idea and experience. This year, we give you 3 options. The first one is that to share about your passion about the developer tool, product, or platform that you liked, and tell us why. Or you can choose the option 2 and tell us how would you like to run your DSC club if you are selected as a lead. Or the option 3, you can talk about the challenges in your campus that the student face on becoming a developer, and how would you like to tackle that? So let's move on. So this is a 3 option, and let's move on to see how others people do it for your reference or example.
Hi everyone, I am Amrita. For being someone who has always been passionate about helping people grow and bringing out the best in them, I have always been looking for a platform where I can help people improve their lives. And watching the Google I/O in 2018, I got to know about the constant effort that is being put in by the team at Google to improve people's lives. And that assured me there are many problems out there that I can help solve as well using technology. And ever since I have been working on creating opportunities for my friends on campus to acquire the right set of skills so they can work on solving problems they are passionate about. And I believe that having a DSC community on my campus can help me in this mission to ensure that all students in my campus have this one place to go to acquire knowledge and experience that they need. Thank you.
Okay, that is an example from Amrita on the option 1. So she talks about her passion on how she would like to improve people's life, and her inspiration from Google I/O, and then focus this passion on her campus. So I have another one video from Shazeb on the option 2.
Hi, my name is Shazib Kazmi, and if I am selected as a DSC lead, my club would be based on these 3 ideas: inclusive, practical, and casual. So I believe that nobody owns the rights to education and it should be open to everybody. So my club activities would be open to all the students in my campus so that I can reach as many students and impact as many lives as possible. Second is practical. So as the idea behind DSC that we should bridge the gap between theory and practice. So my club would place a heavy emphasis on the practical knowledge of students, because in the real world, practical skills are more important than the theoretical part which are being taught in our classrooms. Lastly, casual. So in our classrooms, the relationship between students and teachers is quite formal, which keeps students from asking the real questions which they want. The peer-to-peer nature of our club would ensure that students can ask the question which they truly want to really clear their ideas. And that would be the community which I would build if I'm selected as a DSC lead.
Yeah, this one is really good on how he summarized what he wants to do when he run the DSC club, and clearly state that and elaborate on how he want to achieve that. So this one is a quite elegant application video, but you don't need to edit it. You can submit it don't worry if you don't have the edit capabilities. So that's fine. So that is three options that you can do. Share what about the passion that you have. Talk about how you would like to run the DSC communities and the challenge that you face in your campus on how to become developer.
All right, so if you want to check on the DSC Lead guide that was shared earlier, you can visit this link right here. And then, you can learn more and getting some ideas. We will also be sharing the link to the sample videos on this link. So you will be able to see some of the videos that we just shared today, a while ago. So yeah, and of course, top few things in mind again. First and foremost, if you want to become a DSC lead, look for the DSC lead, directory we have, and at the same time, reach out to the current DSC lead that you have in the campus. Talk to him why, that you are interested to apply to become a DSC lead, and also very interested to become one and really encourage and really organize some of these activities in your campus as well. And of course, please also find time to review the community organizer code of conduct, or this is like some of the roles and specific what are the what exactly is it to become a DSC lead, and what are the things that you will be encountering as well. And if you're interested already on filling out the form, the link right there. It's goo.gle/DSC-leads, and it will take you to the DSC page in the Google developer site, and there's a button called Become a Lead. Okay, there's actually two links right there. A lot of submission is clicking the Contact Us, but rather click on the blue button on the website says like Become a Lead, and then on the form. And it will guide you to the form where we shared earlier as well. Other points as well, just to remind you, the deadline for the application is May 15. And, please find, time to start working on your form submission on those in time between as well. Just to also share with everyone, some of once you are applied, you will be also funneled into an interview process, and there will be an interview team that will be getting feedback and interview you about your experiences, more deeper understanding about your goals as a DSC lead, and really just to connect with you. So usually the call will last about 10 to 15 minutes, but sometimes lesser than that as well. And of course, this you should be able to have access to your email in most cases, so because we will be communicating with you directly there. And of course, lastly, there, find time to double check before you submit your interest form or your application form, and just to make sure that all the the fields are correct. And of course, that's a way better approach in doing application. All right, we're very happy. We have about 85-90 students here on this live stream right now, and we want to hear from everybody as well. If you have a question right now, feel free to send your questions on the live chat, and we will try our best to answer some of your questions right now. So we'll just put this as a question and answer time, and to also highlight some of your queries as well. So go ahead. All right, we actually have some questions now coming in. All right. Okay, let's have Brahmantya Krishnanta. I believe I'm not sure where he is from, but what if I already submit the form before this webinar? Should I submit it one more? Yeah, so I think the answer to this was like I mentioned earlier, if you plan to resubmit your application, you can do so, but it requires you to have a unique email address to resend this one. So just make sure you have, if you plan to submit again, you need to really create a different email or use a different email in order for you to submit one. If you believe that the previous submission that you already submitted is already complete and sufficient, then no need to resubmit it. Anything, Plop, do you want to add in, Ken? Or
Yes, I think if you think that there are anything more that you want to add, and like I saw some question that they didn't add in the Quick Lab account, so I think you can resubmit it using another email, and yes, this may give you a few more extra points.
Yeah. Right. All right. We're currently checking the comment section and we'll highlight the questions. So we have here from Sarah Alawala. Will it affect my application if I don't add the links to Quick Labs and GitHub profile as they are not a required field? Ken, do you want to answer this one?
I think we do take into consideration of all the information you provide. So we're better if that is included in the link. So as mentioned, you can either resubmit your application or you can send directly to one of us about your application with the link included, because we can update the we cannot update the application ourselves, but we will put that into consideration if we have the information.
Awesome. All right. We have another one here. Right now, I'm a student of third year and shall be becoming a final year student soon in a couple of months. Can I submit the application form? To answer this one, Sharhil, you can actually submit it. The only thing that we always ask you is that on the fields, can you share more on probably since you'll be on your final year, we believe that final year students are the busiest in the university, and this might take time for you as well, adjusting your schedules and everything. We want to hear more, and how do you plan to manage this, and also like the answering option number 2, your goal as a DSC lead, or what are the goals that you plan to do in the DSC. So I guess that would really help us as well to determine, if this role would work best if you are on your final year. Just to share with you, we had some DSC leads who are in their final year, and of course they've done really fantastic as well through the year working with us. And then we also want to see that with everybody, giving equal opportunities for all. Yep. All right. Let's pull in more questions right here. Right here. To be honest, my technical is slightly above average at best. Will it affect the application, or is my soft skills, leadership skills sufficient to be a lead? Plop, do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, sure. I think all of them are important and will be taken into consideration when we interview and choose the DSC leads. So above average at best, maybe you underestimate yourself. So I think let's find out.
Yeah. All right. Let's have others. Can I submit one more application? Yes, you can. If you feel the other submission that you have is not enough, or you had some errors there that you want to correct, or you want to add more information on your application, yes, you can, Anas. All right. Next is we have Nilum. How will the current COVID situation affect the DSC Summit after you've chosen the DSC lead? Very interesting question. Ken, do you want to answer this one?
I think we don't have a decision on the DSC Summit yet.
Yeah.
But depending on the situation, we either we can go ahead with a summit, or we will have an alternative solution. But just believe in us that we will provide the best support we can for you to kickstart your DSC chapters, whether with a summit or other activities.
Awesome. Sounds cool. All right, we have Sahid Maksud. If I have covered all three options in one video. Is it fine? Love.
Yes, and that is so fun and that's fantastic, Sahi. So I think we don't hold anything against you for doing that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all right. We go to the next one. Thailam Ha. Is that correct, Ken? Current DSC lead, give me another code. What should I fill in application?
I'm not sure. There should be only one code. So
That's true. There's only one.
yeah.
We will check on this one, your application, and then we'll see if what was the concern over this one. But we will check on this one. We'll take note of that, Ken, and then
Okay.
we'll probably find a way how we can move forward with that. All
Okay.
right. Next, can there be multiple DSC leads from the same campus? So in the same campus, no. But in the same university, there can be multiple. Because again, as I mentioned, there are university under an umbrella group. They have different campuses, and each of those campuses have different location as well. So I would say yes on multiple DSE in one umbrella group because they have different campus location, but you cannot have multiple DSC lead in one campus location. So just to clarify that out. So it's only one DSC lead, and then the DSC lead creates his core team. He can have an entire team together working with him in this journey. So that's the fun part. You get to build a team around you. All right, we have Bianca right here. To be honest, the only concern I have since the application started is the fact that my coding skills aren't as good as my people skill, and I just hope it wouldn't affect my chances of getting the spot. Yes, we understand that, Bianca. Plov, do you want to highlight on both of this amazing, coding skills, people skills?
I think DSC Lead should have like all of both, but I think it's good that you understand yourself that maybe you are not as good as coding skill compared to someone else. So I think you can still be considered as DSC Lead, and you can build what you're missing or what you think that there is someone else's strength that can complement you, and you can invite him or her to run the DSC with you. So don't worry.
Yeah, that's really amazing, Plop. You can always find a core team member who can supplement some of these things and really build, this, technical combo with your people skills, and your entire core team can really work together to achieving same goal. So that's right. Yeah, and also just want to highlight on this one. You don't really have to be, expert on coding. You don't really have to be expert in, people skill. You just have to understand how system works, how these things work. And again, as I mentioned earlier, you could have like really basic skills, but you understand how things work, and really bringing people together and learning the same goal is how we usually select and really choose the best in you as well to be a DSC lead. All right. So Adil has a question right here. He's a GitHub campus expert handling multiple societies from 2 years. Now I want to join DSC. Should I be considered? This is quite an interesting, and again, I think we have several DSC leads, current DSC leads, who are active in different clubs or organization in their campus, and they also got involved in other programs as well. And we believe, if you took time to really spend your experience with other organization, and you want to dedicate your time in a year working together with us in this DSC program, then yes, that'd be great, Adele. You can, you should be able to work with us. All right. So moving forward, we also have right here Kate Grop. Okay, is it required for us to upload the video in YouTube and give the link of it, or could we just upload it on our Google Drive account or other platform and just send the link? Bob?
Yes, if you're concerned about the privacy, that's you can do. You can upload this to Google Drive, but make sure that you made it available for those who have the link, and we can see your fantastic video.
I think one tip on this one is that if they share a Google Drive link, make sure they share it anyone with a link, right? So anyone with the link can only see it. So that'd be a better option. But if you want to upload it privately on YouTube, make sure you choose unlisted, because unlisted means anyone with a link as well, rather than private, because private you'll be the only one to see it. Okay. So we can move forward. All right, right here, I can't seem to find my Quick Labs profile. The website redirects me to edit my information. There's a certain place where I can get my Quick Labs profile. Do you have an idea on how they can get the Quick Labs profile link?
It should be under your account. Okay, I don't remember the exact step now, but it should be under your account. Give me just one sec to this.
Yeah, I think as far as I remember, it's somewhere in My Learning.
Yeah, it's under My Learning. There will be a link to go there.
And then like share the public profile or something. As far as I remember. So
the first time you go to you go to Quick Lab, and then you go to My Learning, and then if the first time on the upper right corner, there should be a link to view your public profile. You click on it the first time, and it will say some confirmation or something. So go to My Learning, it should be there.
Yep. Awesome. Sounds good. All right. So I think we also have other questions right here. I'm just selecting some few more before we end our call today. Okay, I guess we can have Alia right here. This language really important for DSC Leads. What do you think? What do you guys think about it? I guess like the question is about language or communication. Alia, to be honest, one of the key evaluation will be on how you would communicate it. And of course, I believe most of the resources that you will be receiving from Google, like the tech and the slides and the information about Google Cloud or the technologies that we have, most of them will be in English, and that's usually the case. And we also use platforms like Quick Labs, Coursera as a way for you to learn and really jumpstart some of the skills that you engage. And as far as I know, if through Quick Labs or Coursera, they have Bahasa Indonesia or local language as well to get that one. So there, I'm not sure. Ken, is there a Vietnamese in Quick Labs already?
No, we
Not
don't
yet, right?
I don't have that yet.
Yeah,
but in
not
terms
yet.
of language, the main reason why we want English skills is that it will make it easier for us to transfer the knowledge and the resources to you. So as long as you think, or like during the interview, you can prove that you can transfer the knowledge with or despite your English skills, it is good to us. So the main reason we need good English skills is that so you can understand the content, materials, and all the resources that we can provide. So that is actually what you need to prove to us. not just your English skill.
Yeah, awesome. All right. I think we have some questions on the side. I'll probably just mention it. Students who forgot to enter the DSC code uh, because they forgot about it. I think you don't have to put it anyway. What we will be doing is that we can we can get if you're from that university, we will mostly consider you as well. If you're part of the core team, you input it as a core team on the field on your previous DSC. So we will most likely give you that some of the points as well ahead, just to consider that you missed that part out as well. Another thing, I guess, would be if you want to really improve your submission, your application, and then yes, it would be great that you would resubmit your application if you just really want to level up your submission, your application. All right, we have here. Is it okay if I touch a post link or a story that explains about technology in general in application form, not about project that I made? I'm trying to understand this one though. Is it okay? I guess you can share a link of story, but the question would be like, that project should be made by you. So this is because like what we want to know more is the projects that you have done, that you are actively participated in, or you've involved in. That's how I kind of understand this as well. Plob or Ken, do you guys want to add on to his question?
Yes, I think we want to understand you more. So if you just only post a link to the technology in general, so if maybe you need to explain apart from the link that about how you understand of that technology or your past experience. So I think if you have to do that, you can omit the link to your technology and then explain like how you understand it and what you have done with it instead.
Yeah. All right. We have one question here that I believe most of the students will be very interested to hear. What would be the interview questions about? This is very interesting because we have different sets of questions prepared. So just to give you the team, there will be an entire team different from us that will be doing the interviews, and most of the questions that they will be asked is related to your passion, more about your goals as a DSC lead. So it will be connected to your commitment, to your knowledge, to your communication, to community immersive, your personal community experience, as well as your technical skills. So these are some of the points. So to just repeat that one, so the questions will be related to validating your commitment, really getting to know more how you want to commit to the program, your technical skills, how do you want to learn from this, and also how do you want to level up your skills, and of course, what motivates you, like what are the things that you are passionate about. So this usually connects to your passion in the community. What are your what are the things that you want to do to create impact in the world? And some people would say, how am I going to change the world, something. And of course, how do you plan to influence others? Like how do you plan to connect with people, to learn, and also to grow? So again, those are the main pillars of a DSC lead, or the DSC program, and we always look forward to leads who can achieve this. Yeah. But again, in other countries, well, most likely you'll be able to see us as well doing it. I don't know, but you'll be excited to see us as well. We can catch up there as well if you've joined the call. Plob, do you want to share a little bit more, or probably just to encourage them on the interview one? We have 5 more minutes.
Oh, yes, like Chad said, and maybe like earlier question, we evaluate you on many aspects. But since DSC lead need to provide guidance, so we kind of expect you to can help others with technical skill. So if I saw someone that is really you can say genius, but he is not that good how he can guide others. So if you don't too strong about your technical skill, don't be afraid. So there's a lot of aspects like your motivation, how you would like to influence others, something like that we also take into consideration.
Yeah. All right. So we can probably answer some quick responses here. Let's say Usman, yes, you can. To Rayhan right here, is having a big project in your GitHub. Yes, that would really be a plus one to you. Nilum has a question here. Is it okay if my experience with Google Technology isn't much? Spend a lot of time in Unity. Yes, Nilum, you can, because this is gonna be like a learning experience for you as well. So you'll learn a lot about Google in the program. And of course, we will give you a lot of resources as well to level up your skills with Google Technology. Sarah has a question right here. Will it matter if I don't belong from a technical background? But I have worked with it. Yes. Again, Plop gave a very good example earlier how you can work together with a core team to level up that one. All right, we have Noman right here. If people at my campus are not even well aware about basics of programming, and I want to conduct sessions for beginners, should I mention that in the video as well? Yes, yes. I think that would really be a plus one because that is showing what do you plan, what is your goal uh, to your campus as well, to your chapter. And of course, we have some more questions right here. Is it okay if I share a story about a project that me and my partner are planning to do in the application form, or does the project have to be my own? Yes. Again, Paulo, you can share projects that you are involved in, even if that involves you as part of a team only. Then that's fine. Go ahead, share your experience, share your story, share your project. We'll be happy to read that out. Just be more explicit about your involvement and what kind of specific part of the projects that you work in, and really expound that part and share, your contribution. Okay, another question from SK. How long would it be till I get a mail regarding the interview? So again, there will be series of evaluation. So the first steps usually is evaluation, and once we've done the evaluation, then you go to the interview part. You will be receiving an email of the date and time of the interview. So that's the usual case, and then you should confirm it, and then the interviewer will send you a calendar invite. You meet with them on a video call about 10 to 15 minutes, and then after that, it will take about another 2-3 weeks usually before you receive the selection email. So usually the selection time takes time because of the number of people that we are interviewing in the scale. And just to remind you, don't worry, don't be sad that we haven't communicated with you as quickly as possible, but we will try our best to send you all the details through and communicate with you for DSC for your application. So yeah, we will give you the best information and connect with you on this one. And of course, last one question, another question. Should we share only the links of the project that we finished? Also, which those who are still, yes, Kate, this is totally fine. Just be more explicit about your involvement and the specific about the projects and what you've done in the project as well. So you can also showcase some links to where you're working on it. It could be a GitHub link, or it could be a blog post about the project. So, yep. Yeah, okay. I guess that's it. Just a quick one. I think regarding the DSC Summit that was mentioned, we will try our best to, create if the current situation holds us from doing a DSC Summit, then most likely it will happen, in next year or end of this year. So we still don't know about this one, but we will try our best, especially to the selected DSC leads, to have them this kind of experience still. And that's you just have to trust us that we will deliver that to everyone. All right, we don't have much time anymore. Any last words, Plum, Ken, you want to share?
Just good luck to everyone who's applying.
Sam, good luck with the application, and looking
That's
forward
true.
to meeting you.
Yep. All right, guys. I hope you learned a lot today, and we are very excited for your application. Please send them before May 15. The best time is not the last time. Like a lot, I know very hard. There will be a lot of submission coming in on the last day. But please, the more that you send it, the earlier that we will give you the interview link. So you will be interviewed. You'll have the advantage to most cases, and we don't have to to be part of the time where there will be a lot of application and you will be kind of deprioritized. So especially for all of you who are in this call, you will be part of our priority group. So we will find our ways to really get and make sure that we will be able to interview you guys ahead. All right. And of course, if you submit your submissions ahead. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Have a great night and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
All right.
Developer Student Clubs train thousands of student developers globally and work with their communities to solve real-life problems. Google selects amazing students from across the globe once a year to be a Developer Student Club lead and start a club on their campus. These leads believe knowledge is power and that technology can do extraordinary things for the world. They take on the responsibility to help students learn and empower these students to solve real problems around them. Join us in building a global community for students.